Hello there. Welcome to the moment of grace. Today I want to build up on what we looked at the last time, which is you maximizing the now. And I'm going to read again to you from the book of Matthew and chapter 13 from verses 16 and 17. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. For verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which you see, and they've not seen them, and to hear the thing which you heard, they didn't hear them. Now, what Christ is saying is that you have access to privileged information. Being in Christ means you have access to what the world has no access to. No unbeliever should be your hero. That's just the truth. I don't have any unbeliever who is my hero. I have unbeliever that I appreciate the work they are doing or they've done and what they've accomplished. But in totality of it, I don't have any celebrity or star that I want to be like in the world out there. I was in that world before. Now I've come out of that world, I've come into the light of Christ. And that is why I know that I have access to what they don't have access to. Jesus said so. He wasn't trying to be boastful or to make you feel superior, but he's just saying the reality that you have access, seeing things that natural people don't see, and your ears hearing what they don't hear. And so you don't have to type, you don't do to type, you don't think to type, because you have access to greater information. And last time we saw the two things that you need to maximize. The first thing is who you are. The second thing we saw was what you have. Today, I want you to maximize where you are in Christ. And I'm going to read to you from the book of Ephesians and chapter 2 that says, "But God, who is rich in mercy, for his great love wherewith he has loved us, even when we were dead in sin, has quickened us together with Christ." You see the word together? By grace you are saved. And he has raised us up together with him and made us to sit together in heavenly places in Christ Jesus. So that means you need to maximize your new location. You are now located in higher order of species. You know, by nature, man's supposed to be the higher order of species. But Psalm 8 say, "What is man that thou art mindful of him, or son of man that you visit him? For you have made him a little lower." And in Hebrew chapter 1 says that being made a little lower was as a result of the death. So Christ was being made a little lower than angel through death, and now is restored back to fullness of glory and fullness of power and privileges. And that is where you are. You have been restored back to the fullness of glory, fullness of power, and fullness of the privileges. God has raised us up. You are a God-raised species. You are not asked to be fearful of fall. You are only asked to be careful. There's a difference between being careful and being fearful. Now we have vantage position of sight. We have advantage of sight and of height. You have advantage of height and of sight. You're not one of those who just jump into things and do things. You have capacity to sit in your place of authority in Christ and seek higher sight. You see, in the world of warfare, information matters. Intel matters. In fact, the people don't just carry their armor tank and soldiers and go and be fighting war anyhow. No. Nations that are wise do a lot of intel, and they do a lot of reconnaissance, and they do a lot of information gathering, and based on intelligence, they make their warfare. You need to take advantage of the intelligence that is associated with your new height and your new sight. The second thing I want to show you today is that you need to maximize where you are heading with Christ. In 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 8b, it says, "Godliness is profitable unto all things, having the promise of life that now is, the terrestrial life you are living now, and the one which is to come, which is the life after rapture, the celestial life after rapture." By the reason of where you are going, you are on profitable journey now and in eternity. He said godliness is profitable now and in eternity. So don't be deceived to think that godliness is just profitable in eternity or just for now. Being in Christ Jesus has put your feet on profitable journey. Christ came for me to stop suffering losses on my pilgrimage. You are now on a journey of no loss on your pilgrimage. No loss here on earth, no loss there in eternity. No loss to your health, no loss to your wealth, no loss in your family, no loss in your marriage, no loss in your career, no loss when rapture rapture happens, you are not one of those that will be caught unaware. You are that faithful servant whose master has appointed into something, and when he shall come, he will find doing so. And if Jesus tarries and the angels will have to transport you home one day from this body, what I'm saying is that you'll be transported into glory, not into shame. Because for this cause Jesus came, to the end that godliness might profit you now and in eternity. Therefore, you need to maximize the safe journey that Christ has procured for you. I pray for you today that intelligence from heaven will cascade upon your mind and upon your spirit. You will stop acting ignorantly. You will start doing things right, and you will start having right results. I also pray against losses in your journey, in your pilgrimage, that henceforth the losses will stop and you will start living profitable life even in time and into eternity. In Jesus' mighty name. I pray for sickness in someone's body to depart. I curse that disease in Jesus' mighty name. I want you to please go on Amazon and get Noah template of enterprise success. It is loaded, it's full of light, and I believe it's going to change someone's life now and forever. Till I see you next time, the Lord bless you.